Well, hello
Hey.
everybody.
Hi. What's
Oh
up?
my
that was-
goodness.
Happy Tuesday.
I lost track. I was trying to switch things
was-
and do things, and it's like that hurt.
We're professionals. We're professionals. It's allowed.
I know what I'm doing.
It's
I
all
swear
good.
to God, I know what I'm doing. Kinda.
Oh my gosh.
I watch
Yeah,
YouTube
I've
every day,
got-
so I'm a damn genius.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing what you can learn.
Dude, I spend so much time on YouTube. Even if I'm just like, I press play and I listen to stuff, it's so bad.
Really.
By
That's
like
cray
9 o'clock in
cray.
the morning, my phone battery is at 67%.
What? Oh my!
Yeah.
I'm trying to get my phone to work so I can get up here. Oh, there we go. Because I can see comments tonight. Yeah, I can watch. Hi everyone. Hi. How you doing?
Hi.
How you doing? What's the Gump
It's
Forrest
crazy.
Gump wave?
Oh yeah. Well, I got a
love
new
that
camera,
gift so
John.
much.
I got a new camera.
And
what do you
I'll
think?
tell you what, it looks 100% better.
Yep. It's a 4K and
Yep.
really nice. It was highly recommended by a couple YouTubers and a couple vloggers. So I was like, okay, I'll spend the money. And I got
Yep.
that nice camera, but I still have to wear the headphones. So otherwise
Well,
we get the
no, you
Mark's-
don't have to. You could get a set of
Mark's buying
earbuds
cameras
and
and
run
I'm
them up
buying
behind your
dresses.
back.
That's what I'll do next time. That's what
I
I'll
got
do next
I got
time.
plenty if you need them. I got plenty of stuff.
Okay.
I'm looking to give away stuff and no one wants anything. So I'm like, all right, fine.
Well, we're
I'll
like
just-
4,000 miles away from each other. So
Oh no, you're only
It is
3
not
hours
that
from me.
far.
yeah.
4,000 miles.
4,000 miles.
So
Yeah.
Mark's over here buying cameras and I'm over here buying dresses.
Oh, wow.
I volunteer to sit in the room and go, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's very
Um,
nice.
Killing it, girl.
Because I
Killing it.
don't know about you,
This
Mark,
is
but
why
I
we
sure
love
do
you.
miss the pull shots, with the legs, and I'm just
Oh, yeah.
saying.
Yeah, well, it's this thing called respect for my relationship and my dude,
Oh.
and
I am
we
so
may not
glad.
be Facebook friends.
I am
but,
so glad.
like,
You have no idea how happy that makes me feel.
Yeah, that's good.
Everybody at the
good.
soccer team goes,
It-
that's not your, because I call her my sister. That's not your sister. That's your side piece. I'm like, nope, that's my sister.
No.
She
wait,
will
the
kick
kids
your
on the
ass for
soccer
that.
team or all the old heads up in the room? I met
All the old
other
heads
weekend.
up in the room.
Of course. Yeah.
All
They,
pervs.
they got,
That's not your sister. No, that's not my sister.
I was like, it
Yeah.
is my sister, and if you go mess with her, I have a shovel for you. Just
I
saying.
get that with all the kids I adopt that hang around me, and all the Hellview kids that
Yep.
have grown up
Yeah.
in the old haunted house. They come up, and some of them are models and actresses and actors, and they come up and people go, "Oh, that's one of your boyfriends or girlfriends." I'm like, "What are you
Right?
talking about? I've known that one since they were this big, and I don't know. No."
I like Roddy.
Wait.
Hey, hold on.
Yeah.
Roddy says side piece. Is that like a gunslinger term? I'm like, yep.
Yeah.
Yep, it is.
I'm over here. I'm seeing this, and I'm like, wait, who's the side piece? What are we talking about here?
That's great.
Well,
Oh, so-
I clearly missed.
So you mentioned something when you got your camera, and did you see the big? I watch a lot of Adobe release, and they talk about what you can do, what you shouldn't do, blah 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 blah. Did you hear the new thing they said about 4K cameras? Or
Oh,
actually,
what's that?
okay, it's not 4K cameras pertain. It's not the cameras themselves, but here's what they said: if you're going to edit in 1080, bring your content in as 1080. Don't bring it in as
okay.
4K, 6K, 8K, 2.5K, because if you bring it in at a high resolution, it tries to render at a high resolution, and then it tries to shrink it down to your guys that are putting out at 1080. Now, I don't do any 4K. I have 4K cameras. I don't do it. It's just not worth it. It's taxing on the machines, and on my machine here, I'll smoke most people's machine. So that's right. All these goobies going, oh, I like the depth of color I get from 4K. Well, then you better go take that 4K and you need to dumb it down to 1080 and get it into your system so it can actually edit correctly. Been saying that for years. So anyway,
Tech news. There
tech
we go.
news.
Good.
Boss Tech's tech news. So anyway, and then, if you're going to put out 4K, Edit in 4K. That's awesome.
Then edit 4K, right? Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
And then go and try to chop it down and see how much shit you lose. But anyway, I'm just saying. It's been a long. Let me tell you something. Sunday got here. I was both happy and I was both sad
Mm.
Well,
because my grandkids left. And for a week straight, man, I have never seen so much energy in my life.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
that's what grandkids are all about.
Ever. I mean, the oldest one is 10.
I
The youngest
saw his
one's
post.
a year and a half. Nothing but it. And they're women.
Oh,
The estrogen in this house, I had to do a sage cleansing in the house to get rid of the estrogen.
so we can start.
I'm sorry
just
you had
do
all
a
that.
smoke.
A lot.
You have to smoke
That's a lot.
smoke barbecue
Wow.
and cook a steak and
Yes.
then
Oh.
loaded
Yep.
baked potato. That's
Yep.
that's the key.
That's
the key.
it, man.
Can we not talk about potatoes? I have had the worst potato craving all day.
Oh, okay.
And that's the easiest thing to
problem.
make. Throw in the oven, walk away.
Yeah.
I know. I haven't. I made fries in the air fryer. I made waffle fries in the air fryer, and dipped them in Dukes. But I still want more potatoes. This is terrible.
Oh man, we did the. I was so bad the other day. I was like, I'm not going to bake them. I'm just going to do them in the microwave. So I did some baked potatoes in the microwave the other day, and I forgot how great they are. I'm like, why do I spend 40 minutes baking them when they're just fine 7 minutes in the microwave?
It's reminding me. So when I lived in Tennessee, Olivia and I would get bored and just start making random. I'm not kidding you. We would just make potatoes, like different kinds of potatoes. It was usually mashed potatoes, but there's this thing that I sent to Harvey that I'm going to have to send to you. Oh, that's the video of me making it.
Sweet.
It's not as easy as it looks, but
Sweet.
I'm just going to send it in the Nerd Talk chat.
Okay.
Because
sounds like a vent.
Oh my goodness. Skewering a slab of potato that's like a half inch or a quarter inch thick that's where the challenge lies. But man, once you, oh my God, it's so good. So good.
I like.
I don't have patience for the oven, though.
I'm not a potato
my
guy.
convection oven.
Yeah. I got to have meat with my potatoes. That's the key, though. That is the key.
Or
I can do meat with my potatoes, or I can do just potatoes. Like I could live on potatoes,
bacon.
But bacon, yes.
That was how Penn Jillette and how
logo this week.
Kevin Smith lost all their weight was they did a baked potato diet.
Oh,
where they ate nothing but baked potatoes for like they ate nothing but baked potatoes for like a month.
No,
and no butter. Yeah, no butter, no sour cream, no nothing.
Oh, absolutely not.
And it resets.
Hold on.
It resets your taste buds so that
you
anything
only eat
tastes
plain
good
potatoes for 3 to 5 days.
Yeah,
it's claimed to aid weight loss, restore gut health, and boost immunity. But there's got to be there has to be a specific type of potato for this. I am
it's
a
just
gold girl.
baked potato, but nothing on it.
Do not cut
nothing
that
else
with
on
a russet. I might throw it at you.
No,
no,
but but it resets your taste buds so that way when you have that first piece of corn after it, it's like candy because your taste buds are like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Okay.
Diet score 1.08 out of 5.
Yeah, it's
weight loss.
It's one of those. It's for if you have to really kill yourself, to do it. But let's get into some nerd topics, though, guys. We got a lot to talk about.
We were gone we're nerding out over potatoes.
We were gone for 2 weeks.
2 to 5 pounds of potatoes daily. How much starch is that?
That's not good for you.
No. Yep. Ouch.
All right. So anyway, we're going to go on the first thing here that Amanda sent me. It's a supernatural star, Jared Padalecki.
Wait, before we get into this, because it's all kind of like one giant gripe for me with season 4 and season 5. So season 4 just is boring me. I really hope with the 4th episode that landed last week, because I'm playing catch. Hopefully it picks up a little bit. Like, give me more JDM. Where is Soldier Boy? Y'all are killing me here.
He died.
Yes, Frenchie's gay. We knew Frenchie was gay a long time ago. Oh no, Soldier Boy's apparently making an appearance in this season.
Yeah, this season, but not yet.
The jar pad.
Well, they got to grow him back again.
Yeah,
grow them all back, man. Frenchie's gay. Oh my god, didn't we know that from season 1? But like now he's actually coming out of the closet, sort of, but not all the way. Like it's annoying. It's boring. Can we please just kill Homelander already, please? And then with this announcement of Jared Padalecki in season 5, I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Now I get it. I was just saying this 2 weeks ago that Kripke has brought in pretty much everybody from Supernatural. And now he's bringing in Padalecki, who can't. Sorry, dude. The only time you're a good actor is when you have no soul and you're no longer a whiny little bitch.
So do you want to show people? Do we want to show people the trailer for it?
Yes. Yeah, we can go into that one.
Right, here we go.
This was pretty funny.
So,
I look back at my life, and all I see are the messes I made. And I ain't got time to fix it. I can do one thing right with the time I got left. I can't do it alone. I can't do it without you. If I thought things had changed.
This country is corrupt beyond repair. So we gotta save it.
Friend, you better think again.
It's not gonna be easy. We'll have to do some terrible things.
For the greater good.
You'll no longer be beloved celebrities.
But the foot in the fewest of ways.
You will be wrathful gods. Show me a little wrath.
That doesn't sound good, Ashley.
Well, you know shit, Ashley.
Sorry, Ashley.
The whole world is about to burn.
We need someone like you, Billy, before the soups start rounding us up and dumping us off in camps.
I have found the answer to all our prayers. A virus that kills soups.
This is insane and desperate, even for you.
Well, insanely desperate's where we are, don't you think, love?
Let's go. Chop chop, motherfuckers.
This is a biblical war of good versus evil. I'm declaring hunting season on Star Ladders.
I can't believe this is fucking happening to me again.
Look, we've all done bad shit. What's insane is that our solution to every problem is murder. Violence isn't brave.
Violence is power.
That's the spirit, champ. Who wants a creamy, delicious milkshake?
If we're ever gonna win against monsters, we need to start acting human.
You're all fucking welcome.
So, sister, what's her name? Her sister. What's her
Sister
name?
Sage?
Girl.
Yeah.
Sister Sage.
Yeah, and she's like, just call me Sage because whatever. And I was like, oh wow, all right, we're not playing games with this show anymore. Like, her
no, not anymore. It's
gold.
Yes, she's definitely the best new character. She's gold. Although I do like Firecracker. Sure. Yeah, she's a hoot, and she's been a lot of fun. I will say it does feel a little treading water so far this season, and they were getting review bombed like crazy. And did John, were you able to get that trailer that their Twitter post from Vought earlier today? Okay, no. I didn't get it to you in time. So there was they posted on Twitter. Vought is coming out with a new web browser. No, they have a web browser coming out called Browser, and it's hysterical. And it's Ashley is promoting it and talking about how it's the new browser for the internet to increase your browsing speed, and it shows A Train, as the little loading bar and things like that. You'll browse as fast as a 7. Plus, we have a VPN that will protect you so that you can review bomb your favorite shows. And it's hysterical.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was them trolling their own audience, which for the boys, that's par for the course.
The trailer, but I was just like, really?
Yeah, it's par for the course with the boys. So it was I
don't even know why I'm so bored. I'm just like, this is stupid. That's
just it. It's one of those. It's like season 8 of Game of Thrones. I still had to watch it, and I didn't hate all of it. I just was not happy with most of it.
10 and beyond of Supernatural. Ugh. Kripke, I hope you're hearing this. Should never.
Hey, I made it through season 4 of Angel. I can make it to get the awesome season 5. So we're going through season 4 of The Boys to get the awesome season 5. That's all I can hope.
It's like Kripke screwed us on Demon, so he's like, yeah, let's bring him in as Soldier Boy. Well, then give me Soldier Boy, a-hole. Like, I'm not.
Yeah.
Stop. Give me Jensen Ackles as a bad guy. He's so good at it. Like, come on. And I'm not talking Dean Winchester, anger, daddy issues, monster hunter, dick. I'm talking bad guy. That's what I want.
Hey, I liked him as Red Hood in the animated DC movies. He did a really good Red Hood in those. So,
like, you can't even call him a bad guy in My Bloody Valentine because he was a good guy in My Bloody Valentine, sort of. So, like, it's just, it drives me nuts, Neon. It drives me nuts. And then you got Jared Padalecki, who just, his best work was him as Sam Winchester with no soul, because Sam Winchester was just a whiny little turd. Whiny moose, as Crowley called him. But
yeah. Like, and again, Supernatural's how old now? It's been off the air for almost 6 years now, so it's
something like that.
It's pretty crazy.
I stopped watching. I stopped watching around season 13 because I just couldn't do it. I still can't watch the Scooby-Doo episode, and people are like, "It's such a great episode." That's all well and good.
That was the only one I watched of the last few seasons. I really enjoyed that one. So, but that's just because I'm a Scooby-Doo nerd. So
I don't think that Mary Winchester should have been brought back. They couldn't bring John back, though, because he was too busy doing everything else, as he should be.
Now, you have major breaking news, though, for your book.
I don't know that it's major breaking news. It's actually kind of... come on. That's my annoyed snort. Like, she's still not done. Amelia Earhart will be released on Friday. I actually had to update the cover because somebody brought to my attention that the font, at least for the author name, should be the same across all covers, even if they're different genres and stuff. I mean, this is a sort of different genre, whatever. Also, shout out to Val Willis, who is more than likely not watching, for some help on the top part of the cover with that font up there. And then I changed the font for my name just to make it all kind of coherent across series. So, she'll be out on Friday pretty much everywhere. I don't expect Amazon to have it up on Friday. If I load it up Thursday night, Amazon might not have it till Saturday or Sunday, but who knows? It's better to get it direct from me anyway.
Well, there we go. And then, but that's great. So this Friday, get your orders in, gang. Amazon.com or directly from, where do you want it from?
Didn't I just say it's better to get it from me? I hate sending people to Amazon. I'm uniquely qualified to dislike Amazon.
Get it from, what's the website again?
Shop.amandabird.net. No, there is no pre-order. I could set one up.
Well, there we go.
But I have to get back to writing the book, so no, I'm not setting up pre-order.
Yeah, get the book done first. That's the important thing. So, oh goodness, I can't imagine. We're wrapping up the edit on Erie Travels Presents Smoky Mountains, and I'm going through the edit again, and I'm still finding stuff. I'm only halfway through the edit, and it's like, oh gosh, 40,000 words is a lot. So that's a lot of travel, guys.
I edit as I go because it helps me get back into the story. So
that's the way to do it. So now I have big news from Universal Studios. The Epic Universe released the first few trailers, and they made a land for me. So I'm so excited for it. I cannot wait for this land to open. It's literally, it said Mark Muncy land at Disney Epic Universe. We did it just for him. And we're throwing in some Easter eggs just for him, that he's the only person in the world. Maybe Michael Roddy out there in the audience might know it too. But we had just done an episode for Eerie Travels of the podcast on the Universal Monsters. So this hit me right at the right time. So let's pull that up real quick, John, if you can. The fly through of my link number 1. It was the fly through for Dark Universe.
Yes, here we go. We'll probably get flagged for that because it's freaking Universal.
Universal, but who knows? It looks. They did a big 10-minute video right after this, or 20-minute video, where they actually discussed all the influences and some of the things going on. If you went to City Walk, you could actually. There's a big scale model of the new Epic Universe, and it's an interactive thing. So it's like an AR thing.
Pictures of that, and I was like squealing. There's a Lego
you can actually do AR. Yeah, they're doing Mario is one of the world. And Nintendo's one of the worlds. How to Train Your Dragon's one of the worlds.
Nintendo was the one. Nintendo was, and I was like, I need to go because I need to fall off of Rainbow Road.
Well, one of the rides is Mario Kart, and then How to Train Your Dragon, and then they've got a Celestial
Rainbow Road into it. They can't not.
Yeah, and then but the Dark Universe. They said, like, the restaurant, one of the restaurants is called Das Steakhouse, and it's run by vampire familiars. And so they do have steak on a steak. And they'll be scouting you out to see if you could be fed somebody down in the catacombs. And then there's Dr. Pretorius's. Yep. Dr. Pretorius was the mad scientist in Bride of Frankenstein, who gets Frankenstein to come out of retirement. So he has a place there, I saw, and that's one of the makeup shops where you can get made up so you can be a monster and run around the town as a monster. The Burning Blade Tavern, which is the fiery place from Frankenstein, the fiery windmill, that is actually where the monster hunters hang out. And supposedly they were telling stories in there. But what I was pleased with, the werewolf ride, which is the roller coaster, Curse of the Werewolf, that looked pretty good. But the main ride there is the Castle Frankenstein, and it's called Monsters Unleashed: The Curse of Frankenstein.
So is this going to be? Is this going to be in?
Like, I already wanted season passes. This is just making it worse.
In a park, or is this going to be a park standalone?
This is the third new park of Universal. You know, they had Islands of Adventure. This is their new one, Epic Universe, which is actually it's where Wet and Wild used to be. It's where Wet and Wild used to be, in that area over that part of it. So it's like about 2 miles from
it's over
the rest of the park. Yeah, it's over the bridge.
So
they're going to set up a bus.
They're going to have some sort of like train trolley, something or other, almost like Harry Potter.
Yeah, a bus or something. Yeah, they're doing a lot of construction in that area. You can see it, and when you go there, you can actually drive up the main road and you can look almost to the entrance. It's called Epic Boulevard now.
Yeah,
and you can actually see the main entrance. It looks pretty impressive. And if you go up on some of the hotels nearby, you can actually look down and see where they're doing the construction of the Nintendo Land and stuff like that. But the Dark Universe, a couple of the other things that they let slip was that it's going to have fog pumped in 24/7. So it's going to be Halloween Horror Nights as much as you want. And then they've also announced that they're going to have another area in it that is where characters wander and stuff like that. So there's going to be some meet and greets. I heard the Invisible Man is an actual meet and greet, not just a joke, but he'll really be there. Invisible Man's my favorite Universal monster.
So you can walk around the whole park, take pictures of you and nobody else, and say, "I met the Invisible Man."
Invisible Man. No, but the rumor is he's going to be the bandaged form, but then he'll take off the bandages and disappear right before your eyes. So now that Universal ride, that big Universal Monsters ride, is a dark ride, and it's supposed to be some of the most high-end animatronics and CG and other stuff going in that they had to patent new technology for this ride. It's going to be along the line of the Harry Potter thing, where it's going to be like the arm coaster type thing, so it can do a lot of maneuvers and stuff like that. But one of the bits in the video that they showed a werewolf jumping out and being very animatronic, and it looked super visceral. And I thought it was, that's that's a CG thing. No, that's apparently something physical in the ride. So
wow.
I'm excited. So
it looks
incredible. Sometime next year. It was supposed to be open this year, but because of the pandemic, it got delayed a year. So they had to stop all
the
construction for a year.
The pandemic got in the way. You tell me
and then it also
working in the sunshine ain't going to hurt nobody? Yeah. Come on.
But it also slowed down because of that, it also slowed down all the supply chains, which slowed down all the construction.
No, that was just Biden.
Yeah. It's Bidenomics.
Okay,
Bidenomics messed it all up. I don't know. I don't care.
Mark.
But anyway, so I don't care about the other other lands. Huh?
What else you got?
What was that? Oh, well, what other happened was, this happened right before we ended 2 weeks ago, was Gamescom, which we don't have E3 anymore. But they did still have a big event. It's called Gamescom, and it's where they announce all the new games coming out. Nintendo announced a Donkey Kong Country remake. They announced a bunch of other games, a new Mario and Luigi game, and some other stuff. I was excited by that, but then Xbox comes and knocks it out of the park with a couple games in particular. One I've been waiting for over a decade. And if anybody knows British humor like me, the Fable series was probably one of the best series you could play on Xbox.
Oh my God.
Fable
3, I lost.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Fable 3, I am vicious. I very rarely go good side. I prefer dark side because so I don't have access to any of this stuff anymore because it's all under one of Harvey's old gamer tags. And I don't even think he has access to that gamer tag anymore. So I don't get reverse. Wait, no, I do get reverse sword. And just to watch it drip blood is like one of the most fun things ever. It's just like, it's chilling across your back and it's dripping blood because you went dark side. Like, it's so great.
I love that sword with the no, that's right. That sword with the chicken outfit was probably one of the coolest things you could do in the game. So
you had to go get the chickens, and you had to. All right. Now I just made a complete and total idiot out of myself. I'm done.
Okay, so then you'll be excited for this because here's the trailer for the new Fable.
Oh, right. You. So, you want to know all about heroes, do you? Well, you have come to the right place. Because who better to tell you all about them than perhaps the greatest hero of them all? Yeah? There he is, in all his finery. Cheers. I mean, sure, you get your mega fans.
You are like literally my favourite person.
Your haters.
It's like a fan club, but we hate you.
Your chancers. And the occasional giant toad. For some reason. But it's more than that. It's about the choices you make.
I'm a hero. I should do what I want.
We thought you could save her.
You know, it's your life and death stuff. That's what defines you, isn't it? Really, stays with you. I knew this one hero. I took her in when she had nowhere else to go. Welcome to the most exclusive club in all of Albion. Thought I'd get her out there, make the most of her gift. But you know what it's like when you're young and you have a point to prove. I tell you, this kid, she had it all. The skill, the talent, the power. She was something else, all right. She was terrifying. So, yeah, I knew this girl once who made all the wrong choices.
Humphrey. She's back.
I'm going to fix it, this place. And no one is going to stand in my way.
Play it day one with Game Pass.
Wow.
No, I can't play it. I have to buy a new Xbox, or I have to go to Steam.
You can also play it on Steam. Yeah, it'll be on one of the two. So it's
never played it.
It's till 2025, so you got time to save up.
Dude, that's 2 games. I can't get BG3 either.
Well, the plus side is those will be it'll be playable on the one. No, it's on the X or the S. Yeah. So, but by that time, the new Xbox will be coming out.
Well, no, it's a One.
Not on the original
X,
Xbox
but it's
One.
not. It's not compatible with the One X or One S.
Oh, okay.
One S.
One S. Yeah. Yep. So, but yeah, so that's coming. I think it looks pretty good. It looks exciting. Then they came out of the blue and announced a new Doom, which I've grown up playing Doom. It was one of the first games I can recall that remember pirating. I mean playing. Remember formatting AOL discs for that. But that's how you got it, man. That's how you did it. Yep. But now the Doom 1 was the scary one. Doom 2 was the fun one. Doom 3 was kind of the reboot, everything, and now the Doom Eternal came out last year, which was the way over the top. And now you got to do the prequel, which is their version of Army of Darkness, which I am all for because they did Evil Dead 1, Evil Dead 2, Evil Dead 3. They always had tributes to Evil Dead in the games because they do chainsaws and shotguns. So now this is their tribute to Army of Darkness, I can assume. So let's
watch it.
See Doom: The Dark Ages. Wow.
Play it day one with Game Pass or just pre-order it. Like what?
Well, that's Game Pass.
You got to give a
like
different bonus.
you're getting all these
You
games
got to give
free.
a different bonus for that.
Yeah. It's
can
pretty
pre-order
crazy
it
that
and have it forever.
Yeah, that's true. But it's just crazy that they're giving these games away with Game Pass. I don't know how Microsoft's making money.
I heard something about a new Division game, and my head almost exploded because it's literally just like an enlarged Dark Zone from Div 2, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, why?
Yeah.
Ubisoft, what are you doing? Stop. How about just keep building on Div 2 because it's so great. Like, stop. It's perfect. Just keep building outward on it. Give us. Don't talk to me about Black Tusk. I still can't kill them, but
yeah. No. All right. So now the last thing was because Gamescom took up so much time. I was like, well, that's all the nerd news. We'll fill that up with all this. But then Wizards of the Coast has to come out and show off the new edition.
What did Hasbro
for 50th anniversary? They brought out all the new.
Anymore.
Yeah, they're Hasbro. They're not TSR. They're not Wizards of the Coast. They are Hasbro's new Dungeons and Dragons. They have announced the Player's Handbook, the Dungeon Master's Guide, and a Monster Manual. They announced all the new classes, the new subclasses. It's basically D&D 5.5. They're trying not to totally reboot, but they want everybody to buy the new books. So
I thought everybody was mad at the D&D guys.
They are, and this is their chance to try to make it right. So they're doing their best.
They're not paying me enough to play a 14-minute video.
You know what they need
to
do?
Don't play
they need to just let.
No, don't play that.
They need to just let Bob and Luke Gygax
like 1 minute.
and maybe even Craig Martell write the stuff at this point.
Well, anyway, there are a couple that don't play that one. No, there's they did a 14-minute deep dive on the Player's Handbook. They did a 10-minute deep dive on the Dungeon Master's Guide, and they've done small 1-minute snippets of some of the new classes and stuff like that on the D&D Beyond YouTube and the Wizards of the Coast YouTube.
Well, I can play a little bit of it. So here's the good thing. So everybody wants to watch.
Play like a minute of it.
We have a comment on the Doom trailer. Christian
which one's that?
The Rock better not make a movie version of this Doom. I'll be pissed.
Right.
And I'm over here trying not to cry laughing because, I mean, it's going to happen, dude. It's going to happen. Sorry, Christian.
We'll get Bruce Campbell for that one.
Yeah.
And you know what?
We'll get Bruce
Kevin
Campbell
Hart's
for that
probably
one.
going to be in it too.
All right, let me
Kevin
play
Hart's
a couple.
probably gonna
Let me
be in
play
it
a
too.
minute of this video, this
Just play a
14-minute
minute of it.
video,
No,
and
just
then
do
we'll
the
come
little
back.
intro bit.
All right, here we go.
Can you tell me a little bit more about what's new in the Dungeon Master's Guide?
First and foremost, the Dungeon Master's Guide is bigger. Like all of the revised 5th edition books, we have added pages to the book. Things that were not in the 2014 book that are in this book include 5 short sample adventures, a complete campaign setting, a lore glossary, and another totally new feature of this book is the Bastions chapter. That's all new content that we wanted to get into this book, and that's why the book is one of the reasons why the book is bigger.
Why it is so chunky?
It's a chunky book. Yes, exactly.
All right, it's a chunky book
there you go.
because they're
Chunky
trying to
book.
get some new
So,
stuff in there.
I'm over here like rolling my eyes, and I'm like, really? That's how you're going to try
Okay.
to win everybody back? That's
So-
lame.
The big thing on that he mentioned was the Bastion chapter,
Right.
which is the first big thing was a whole campaign setting. They're bringing Greyhawk back big time. So the world of Greyhawk, the original D&D setting, actually predates Dungeons and Dragons.
Right.
They're bringing it back in a big way. They've showed the map, Greyhawk as kind of like your campaign hub, and that hasn't really been brought since even 3rd edition. So,
Sorry.
okay, yeah, but
I think your ghost decided to say hi because there was like a weird noise and then it kind of jitterbugged.
Oh, was there?
Me and John were
Sorry.
like, what in the world was that?
Mountain Internet. That's all I can say. Thank you, Elon.
Don't
Thank
blame
you, Elon.
Elon. Don't blame
Yeah,
Elon and his
but-
penchant for super weird dial-up modem names.
But anyway, the Bastion thing is one of the things I was excited about because that goes back to the Birthright setting, which we haven't seen since 2nd edition, which was where you ran your own kingdoms and all that. Basically, in the original Dungeons and Dragons, after you got to like 3rd or 4th level, you could start saving up money for when you got to be 10th level, you could have a castle and you could be a king, or you could, if you were a thief, you could run a thieves guild or things like that. These were things you built up to. Now they're starting them earlier on, and you'll be able to do turns with your kingdoms and your keeps and your things like that. So let's say, John, we aren't going to be able to game this week, because Amanda's got to work, and then I got called
Amanda.
to do. I got to go do a Bigfoot hunt with a crew, so we're not going to be able to game this week. Oh, let's do a Bastion turn, and let's see. We can at least get that done, and so next week we can meet up and see what happened with our that we've affected the world, even though we weren't actually out adventuring in it.
That's actually kind of
at
cool.
that point.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. So, like, if your Thieves Guild decides to raid somebody's treasury, and then it happens to be a treasury of somebody one of the other players works for,
Right.
oh, wait a minute, you've affected that world.
Whoa.
So, yeah,
I got it.
Or that king, even if it's not some their player plays, that king could be like, all right, now I'm going to have to come after you guys because you did that. So we'll see how it goes. It looks interesting. The player's handbook, some of the changes are
Chunky.
a lot of their play balance stuff. They've added a lot of weird things. They've added psionics back, which is the mental powers and stuff like that. They've added a lot of stuff that were in the previous add-on books, like Tasha's Cauldron,
Right.
and Mordenkainen's book. They're adding those into the player's handbook and making them officially core stuff
I'm
now.
gonna play as an evil Drizzt Do'Urden.
I guarantee there's two guys in Florida that just wet their pants.
Kidding, I'm just gonna be
So excited.
Yeah, I'm sure there are at least a few. Even, like I said, it got me to the point where I was kind of like, okay, doesn't look like it's going to suck. So
Is it amazing
I'm
how us nerds cannot stay mad?
Yeah. No,
Oh,
I'm
we'll
still
just forgive them.
not
It's
happy with
okay.
it.
They shit all over.
I'm still not 100%.
Okay.
We can totally stay mad. Hello, I dropped my Disney Plus subscription.
Yeah, I know.
I'm still mad at Wizards of the Coast for Magic the Gathering because they killed so many TSR projects because they focused on Magic the Gathering so long, and TSR went out of business.
Right.
And now TSR was going out of business anyway.
I was gonna say,
but they were the nail in the coffin. So
yeah, they were.
So
they were the nail in the coffin.
So,
there's a great show called When Dragons Ruled, which is a podcast, and it's all about the history of Dungeons and Dragons. So pretty good.
So
Christian just noticed that you shaved.
Oh yeah, the shave.
He's been here for like half an episode.
I was so
and
sick.
He's like, oh,
I was so sick for a couple weeks
down there. Muncy shaved.
I was so sick for a couple weeks. It had to come off. It was, when you get a migraine so bad that your hair hurts.
Yep.
That's yep. I went and I shaved my head almost.
That's why John doesn't have any.
All the facial hair was gone. Yeah, there's other places that are now shaved that have never been. So just leave it at that.
So we're gonna.
I have something I almost forgot that I wanted to bring up for today.
Okay, hold on, because John's gonna get his shit in here today. I'm just saying.
John's got his thing. He's got to get done. So
we're gonna bypass my first story. We'll talk about this next week. But I want to go back and I'm just gonna say this. I am not hating the Acolyte.
Okay.
I'm not. Because
I'm not hating it. I'm just bored with it.
I'm not bored. I'm telling you what I've done is, again, I'm eating up in my time in my last thing, and I really want to talk about that. But we have a tendency as nerds to go in and ruin a movie for ourselves before the movie ever fucking starts. We sit down, we get there and watch, and it's like, oh, well, this wasn't canon. Oh, they didn't do this. Oh, well, I know that backstory. That's not right. Blah, 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 blah. So they leave pissed off. I went in, suspended. Everything was suspended, and I just watched it. It's pretty damn good. I am not hating it. Now, is it slow a couple times? Yeah, it's slow a couple times. But overall, it's not horrible. And I'm looking forward to the next ones.
Okay,
so,
I can see that. I think the acting is not great and the story's not great. And
dude,
that's the only two things I care about.
The acting has never been great in Star Wars.
Yeah, but it's got to be
shit. But you know what?
No, Mandalorian has some great acting. Thank you very much.
No, I'm not saying it. Yeah. No, I said Star Wars. I didn't say Mandalorian.
No, I'm saying
I didn't say
Mandalorian, Andor. They've done good stuff with good acting.
Right.
This is not it. That's what I'm saying.
Star Wars 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 fucking sucked. Those actors were
1 and 2
horrible.
1 and 2 are great. 3, 4, 5, 6, yes, 100%. They suck.
It's all crap.
So, yeah.
Anyway, so what I really want to talk about, and I'm going to put this up, is I have been saying this now for 10 years that our culture has been hijacked by the pretty people. And because they dress like nerds and they say, oh, I'm playing D&D now. Oh, these are
the same a-holes that used to make fun of us in middle school and high school. Oh, you play D&D, you're such a nerd.
Oh, you're such a nerd.
Bitch, I'm going to push you down those stairs. Like, we had to get meaner back.
Right.
And now, like, oh, you think it's cool now? Where 30 years ago, you were the one bullying me about it.
They dress like us. They talk like us. But they're not us. I have been a nerd since I was put on this planet. I have been the AV geek in the school that everybody made fun of. I was in the band that everybody made fun of. I just was. I was in the original. I played D&D back when D&D. Oh, you got the shit kicked out of you if you found that you're playing D&D, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I tried to be a jock.
If you played in the 80s, forget it. You were almost crucified.
Satanic panic. You were done.
I was that one kid.
I'm so glad I was only 4.
I was able to cross over enough to play sports. So I was good at basketball, baseball. I was a damn good tracker, and that's how I went to school. I went on a scholarship. So, but my true strengths were the nerd side. And it's just amazing how now it's everybody's, oh, I'm a nerd. No, you're not. The minute people say, oh, I'm a nerd. No, you're not. You want to be a nerd because it's cool now, but it's us original OG nerds. And did you know that come from that the whole term nerd came from God, he did the Whoville and shit like that. What was his name? Who wrote all the Cat in Hat stuff?
Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss. He was the one that brought the nerd world in. I actually have a video, but I'm going to play the video. Hold on, we'll be right back.
From Screech to Maurice Moss to Tony Stark, the nerd subculture has undergone a metamorphosis. It somehow went from the bullied outcast of society into a satanic scare, all the way into the main hero of many blockbuster films.
Your work on anti-electron collisions is unparalleled.
However, unintentionally, nerd culture would effectively destroy itself by becoming the one thing that it swore never to be: popular.
You ready, dude? Yeah. Oh, shit, dude.
Screen iPod with touch control.
So when it comes to the term nerd, the origins of it come from Dr. Seuss, from a book that he wrote called If I Run a Zoo, written in the 50s. By the early 60s, the term had spread. It was being used to describe a certain type of very bookish, socially inept person.
Goddamn nerds. Nerds! Nerds! Nerds!
But it would really be in the 70s with the show Happy Days, where the term nerd would end up in mainstream vernacular. There wasn't just this sudden boom of socially awkward and hyper-intelligent kids because of fluoride in the tap water. These types of people have, of course, existed all throughout history. They existed under many different names, but what's most interesting is that their social standing and status really varied under the context of the culture that they were in. In the 1500s in England, there was the term bookworm. Bookworms were people who dedicated and devoted lots of their time to reading and studying. This makes sense because this happened in the Enlightenment period. Reading and studying were now common activities. Every little Billy boy was getting a book for Christmas instead of just a ball of yarn. And so there was a rise in big brain, high IQ quickscopers.
Enemy down.
But even further back, ancient China had Junzi, India had Brahmin, and of course you had the Greek philosophers and scholars. The social standing and society's view of these people was starkly different to that of the bullied nerd in the 70s.
Why, your shoes untied?
Often these people were heralded as wealthy, smart, successful. Your very typical image of the weak, weedy looking dork was the complete opposite of the strong, wealthy, stoic of Marcus Aurelius. But it would be in the 70s where this reverence towards people that maybe could be defined as nerdy completely changed into the opposite.
Do I look like Mother Teresa? If I did, I probably wouldn't mind talking to the Geek Squad.
Yep. That was my table.
Revenge of the Nerds came on this little thing, and yeah. I was like over here squealing. I love those movies. And the guy who plays Booger was also in the Supernatural show for a couple seasons. Oh, yeah. And I was like, I'm not calling him, I can't even remember what his name was. I'm like, he's forever Booger. He is forever Booger. Yeah. But I identified with the nerds so much growing up, like so much. You would never, like, we all did. I was a cheerleader. You would never know that one of my favorite movies was Revenge of the Nerds or Revenge of the Nerds 2. Like,
yeah. No, we all there, John. That was what it was. From a young age. No, it's true. The nerd culture is definitely. I think it was about the time Lord of the Rings hit #1 at the box office. I mean, Star Wars started it, making it a bit more mainstream, but it still didn't hit. I mean, the TV show, Battlestar Galactica, they started making little inroads, but then they would die off. And it would go in waves, and it never really took off. Even like Buffy and things like that would try to bring horror in. No. And then X-Files. Oh, X-Files brought it pretty mainstream. X-Files. But then it kind of tanked and towards the end. And that's what happens with these. And I think that's what's going to keep happening with it.
And then came out with his sex addiction and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, but that's what happens.
Ruined that.
It comes and goes.
He totally killed that.
But I think once they won the Oscar and got Best Picture for Return of the King, that was it. We were here to stay. Yeah. And then Marvel hammered it home, and it's everywhere.
Man, I was like 12 years old, and I had a bunch of comic books, and I was so proud of one comic book, and it was a Marvel comic book, but it was Wolverine. It was his origins, and I was so proud of this comic book. I was always afraid to take it out of its little wrapper with the backing. And I mean, I would open it and I would read it, but I didn't want anybody to touch that comic book. It was given to me. I didn't. No, it was given to me.
I'm a reader. I'm not a collector. I know that I've got a closet full of red comics, but I don't grade them. I hate the guys who bag them and put them in the slab so you can never read them again. It's like, that's a scam anyway. We'll do that another night. Yeah, that video is great.
I don't think there's a link.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
Yeah.
No, they need to go away.
Yeah. Watch Felicia Day's video. No, I'm the one that's cool. That's the way to explain it. But we're out of here, guys. We're out of time. This week flew by. So are we back next week? Okay, I wasn't sure. All right. I'm sure more news. I know more nerd news will be coming out, and I'll be ready to report. I'm going to the Small Town Monsters Festival in Ohio.
Well, we had it. Oh, sorry. When is that? Next weekend?
Yeah, I'm going to Small Town Monsters Festival in Ohio this weekend. So hopefully I'll see y'all there. So if not, we'll see you here next week.
We had something for. No, we'll do it next week. I mean, it's not going to happen for another year, so we're good.
Yeah.